Hi everybody, this is Janice, and today I am going to share a little mini book idea that I learned from Heidi Swap. I was watching my craft channel last night. I was actually falling asleep. I was so exhausted from the expo and all the things I've been involved in this week. Exhausted. I wish I was on my way to the Scrapbook Expo again. I figured out if I had gotten, which I did, I got up it was early, 6 o'clock this morning. I could have just gone to the expo again for a few hours before I have to go to work at Michael's, but I just have too much going on and I just needed to lay low. So this is me, laying low. But I did watch a video, and Heidi Swap is just one of the sweetest ladies. I love listening to her talk. I could probably listen to her talk all day long. She's just really sweet. And she was sharing about how to make these back-to-back mini albums, and I got to thinking that this would be a great idea, kind of like a smash book of sorts, of just different things that I try out, because this is what happens to me. Some days, like today, I just didn't want to make anything in particular, but I just wanted to play with different techniques, right? So I end up with a little pile on my desk that looks like this, right? All these little things, I just grab scraps of paper and I just play around with my supplies and all the things that I buy, and I do stuff, okay? So what happens? I kind of hang on to them for a while, and then it starts cluttering my area, and then I throw them away. That's terrible, because, you know, these are things that have inspired me. I mean, look at this beautiful piece that I used the glue pad on. You know, that's an inspiration right there. I have this little butterfly that I colored and I didn't use on a project. Well, why not stick it in a book and just write a little note to myself of the technique that I use? Here's a little flower. You know, it just literally sits around. I think I still have a little tutu laying around somewhere, and it's like this big, but nevertheless, I could stick it in my little book and have it, just like my ways to embellish your Cricut Cuts little book that I have. I'm going to be hanging that up on a hook and use it as inspiration. It was a big hit at the Scrapbook Expo. People were looking at it and they were just smiling, and it made me feel so good to see them appreciate my work, and gave them ideas and made a light bulb go on and inspire them, and they'll probably come up with their own ideas. So same thing with this, okay? So I just wanted to share with you how to actually put the book together, because it's so easy. It's so easy. You probably, already know about this. You probably watched Heidi's video, and if not, I will put a link on the description bar to that My Craft Channel video that I watched. And if you don't know about My Craft Channel, it is a channel on YouTube, and I met a gentleman from there at the Scrapbook Expo. He was so fun, and I am so sorry, but I cannot remember his name. Sorry if you're watching, but he left an impression on me because he was just so jazzy and so fun, and so just exciting and fun to talk to. And he wanted to know my best scrapbook tip and I loved that, so I shared something with him that I've shared with you all, but I'm not going to go into that right now. I want to share this because I'm really excited about all the possibilities. I mean, even as we speak, I'm just like, my brain is just bursting with ideas. So basically what I did was I took an 8.5 by 11 piece of craft cardstock from Recollections. That's my favorite. And I cut it down in the middle here. Okay, at the 8.5 side, I cut it at 4 1/4. And so I ended up with 2 of this. Okay, then I took my little Score Buddy. I love my Score Buddy. Yes, I'm using the word love here. And like I said, this is the 11-inch side, so I'm going to go to the 5-inch and just score it. Okay, and so now this is, standard A2 size card. And I rounded the corners with my Real Memory Keepers corner chomper. Then I used something, I just really wanted to test this out. I would probably, for something like this, I would use my ATG, but I just wanted to see how this compares to score tape. This is this tape that I got. You know what, I just remembered where my receipts might be. No, I cannot remember. Some of you went to that Scrapbook Expo. You can tell me where I got this. I can't remember because, like as I said in my previous video, my Scrapbook Expo experience this year was quite frenzied because I only had an hour to hit everything, and I did not hit everything, and that's okay. I really have my own Scrapbook Expo here experience every day because I have so much stuff. So it really is alright. But I got this, and it was $1. And so if you're watching this and you haven't been to the Scrapbook Expo today, I like this. It compares to your score tape, and I need to do some tests on it still, but it rips just like score tape does. And this is the I'm not sure if this is the 1/2 inch. Let's see. Yeah, this is the 1/2 inch. And there's a thicker one. It's 6/10 of an inch. So it's just a slight smidge, 1/10 of an inch wider than this. They didn't have a 1 inch that I saw. If they did, I would have got it just to see how it works. And then just like with the score tape, you have to peel this back, and there you go. There were so many booths with so many great deals. You know, I really tried not to be sad and disappointed that I couldn't, you know, spend all the time that I wanted at each one. Because like I said, I really do have way enough stuff to work with. So I'm a very blessed girl. So I have nothing to complain about. Okay. So now I've got this little book, and this one took up 2 8.5 by 11 pieces of craft cardstock. And now look, how cool is that? So easy, so simple. And you can now take it, and you could bind it. You know, you could take maybe, for example, since this is laying right here, I could score maybe a, let's see, how thick is that? That is probably, this is my Tim Holtz Ideology ruler that I love. So this is about 1/4 of an inch in thickness. So if I had a piece of, maybe it's a different piece of scrap. I got this fun orange here, so you know I could make a strip that is the width of my book. So you know it's 4. What did I say? 4 1/4. Okay, so take my little trimmer here. 4 1/4. Okay, and now I can make a binding for this little book. I'm not going to do it yet because, like I said, I'm just not sure if that's enough pages. It probably will be. So let me just go ahead and do this. Okay, so I would probably maybe do maybe a 1/2 inch binding. I'm thinking there's so many ways I could go about this. I don't even necessarily have to score it. I could just do this. I don't want to limit myself here on my binding. So what I will do is kind of just mark where I want this to be with a pencil. Just so that I know where to put that handy dandy two-sided tape. I think I'm going to go off the edge a little bit so I can trim it with a scissor. It's not straight, but well, you know what? It's not. I put it on the wrong side. Let's see. That's okay. We're going to fix that with something. Alright, I just thought of something that we could fix it with, you know? If you make a mistake, hey, just make it part of the project. That's the part about being free when you create. Just take any kind of mistake that you make and make it part of the project. It may end up being an idea that you love, that you would have never discovered if you didn't make a mistake. A lot of inventions were, you know, I mean the light bulb, you know how many mistakes Thomas, I don't know what the number is, but he had to make a lot of mistakes before he actually discovered the light bulb, how it would really work. So just think about it that way. Okay, so now I'm going to take my little error that one. I'm going to cut this little scrap from my scrap bin. I'm going to cut it to 4 1/4, and then I'm going to cut this one in half. I'm just going to eyeball it to where I think half is. And now I'm going to take that and stick it. Cut it too small. I wonder. Okay, how about this? I'll just do it this way. Put that away. And again, I put this on here crooked, but you get the idea. And then we'll just line it up with the front the best I can. And literally, I mean, I thought of this here on the fly. And, you know, there's just all tons of possibilities that we could do for this little idea book. And so now it's completely bound. It has a little, you know, cover for your binding. So it looks nice. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of these little, this was me playing with my distress markers. So I'll probably take this and maybe just even glue it across here and just make some notes to myself. Okay, and then I'll probably go to the next side, and here's something else I did using the Distress markers. Was that Distress? No. This one was Distress. Okay, so I'm going to stick that there. And here's something else I did with the Distress markers. And so like you see here, I will just continue adding. This is a background stamp that we found yesterday at Rubbernecker. It's like a corrugated cardboard look. And then this was Distress marker, and I just, well, see, that's the point, is that I'm going to cut these out and put them in this book, and it's just going to be a deck of ideas. I colored my little bee, one of my bee stamps that I got from Kelly from Iowa. Here's another Distress idea with one of my Spellbinder dies, and so I'm going to put that in there. Yeah, and so that way, this is a paint dabber I painted with a pearl paint dabber, and just let it dry, and then I pretended like I was journaling on a scrapbook page. And I did the same thing over here with picket fence, and this was Distress stain, and you know, going around. I mean, just different things. So anyway, that's going to be my next idea deck that I'll be doing, and I'll just do a whole series on this, and then that way we can all learn things together. So thanks for watching, and hope you have a great day. If you're going to the Scrapbook Expo, hope you have your comfy shoes. Bring lots and lots of snacks. You can eat and walk, and lots of things to drink. You know, bring your water and just drink all day long, because it's overwhelming and fun at the same time. So just make sure you're taking care of your body. So thanks for watching. Bye.